right at the beginning of the spread of the gospel. The 3rd and 4th century were very vibrant. Lots of monasticism in Ireland, in Scotland, in the Hebrides, and the islands there. But when you go there and you visit there, there's somewhere deep inside of you feel this connection, right? Just like everybody here, when you travel back to Russia or Ukraine, you know it's the place of your ancestors, the place where your grandparents were born. There's some kind of deep familiarity with it. There's a connection. There's a deep connection that we all feel to the place of our birth, the place of our ancestors, and kind of knowing, in a sense, where we're from on this earth, And there's a beautiful song by Arvo Pärt that he composed. The lyrics, he composed the music to it. You can find it on YouTube, but it's called "My Heart Is in the Highlands." It's beautiful. I love listening to it. And the first line is, "My heart is in the highlands wherever I go." There's always a connection that we have to the place of our birth, to the place of our ancestry, and this is normal. This is natural. It's healthy. It's beautiful. Each one of us should value the places that we're from, the country, the ancestry, the DNA, that which is flowing through us. In this sense, we all share this in common, but there's something else that we share in common that I think is even deeper, even more natural to us, because you find it all through culture, no matter what culture you visit, which is this deep longing and desire to be in a place more perfect. We see this, probably the greatest expression of this, and not great in a good way, but I mean large expression of this, would be in the communist regime. The communist regime was founded upon the principles, right, of removing God from society and then implementing within society a type of utopia, right? Everyone was going to be equal. Everyone was going to have the same thing. Oppression would be done with. The ruling of the monarchy would be done away with. It was all about finding man's freedom, his independence, and really, truly creating a type of happiness on earth. It was all predicated upon equality. Everyone would be equal. And the great interesting thing, obviously, now looking back, seeing literally perhaps 60 million plus people that were murdered in the Gulag camps. The idea of equality was an absolute farce. The idea of a utopia turned out to be a nightmare. The more that a political figure offers and says that they're going to bring about, almost certainly is also the degree to which you know that they're going to bring about something bad. The more that they promise that they're going to revolutionize society and change society and make everyone equal and make everyone happy, right? And we see this. There's a number of candidates today, and I'm not getting into a personal attack on them, but that they're promising or they're putting forth that they're going to bring some restoration about in the American lands, and that they're going to level the playing field and make it equal and do all of these things. Why does it resonate with us? Why do we all resonate with that? I resonate with that message. I mean, I love that idea. I think everybody loves that idea. I mean, everybody should love that idea. Everybody desires it because on the deepest level, sewn into our soul, sewn into our very DNA, is the memory of paradise. Is the memory of a time somewhere deep within us, of a time where man was at peace, where man had peace and love and relationship with God that was unhindered, unfettered. Man's soul was not weighed down by anxiety, by fear, by death, by anger, by resentment, unforgiveness. That man's soul was purified and had never known stain, and had perfectly communicated with God one-to-one, right? As a man speaks to another man face to face. And we all long for this. Now, we may not all see that God is the solution to this feeling or this desire within us. That's certain. Not everyone on the earth feels that God is the answer to the longing within their souls, but I guarantee you, everyone on the earth feels a longing within their souls. Most people, almost all people, feel the fear of death, the desire to avoid death, the desire to not be removed from their bodies and removed from this earth. The great irony is that people don't really want to live on this earth. They don't want to embrace it. They all want something more, but at the same time, they don't want to die. It's kind of a profound contradiction. People so often don't love their lives. They medicate, they avoid, right? Our society is full of this. The opium epidemic, what do you want to say? The addiction to the internet, to video games, to alcohol, to drugs. You know, all of these things that we see that are becoming more and more and more prevalent around us, right? Is the desire for this type of hedonism to fulfill and to fill the deep longings of our souls. Because as men, we see that there's a problem. We know that there's something wrong with this world. We know that there's something intrinsically flawed with this life, but we so often live on the horizontal plane. We don't live vertically. We live horizontally. We think that we are upset because, either we're not married, right? Or we are married, but we're married to the wrong person, right? Or we don't have kids. Or we do have kids, but we have too many of them. Or we don't have enough of them. Or they're not really the right kids. Or we don't make enough money. Or I make too much money, and so they're taking too much of my money. Or I have the wrong boss, and I need the better job. And right? People's thinking and their thoughts are so often confounded and confused by living on the horizontal plane, thinking that if they can just modify the things in their life, if they can just modify the people around them, that they would be happy, that they would feel content, that they would feel fulfilled. I mean, it's the great irony. You know, we go to a wedding and we celebrate a wedding and we celebrate a marriage, and yet everyone there who's married knows that it's going to be incredibly difficult. You see two people who are young and they get married and they think, oh, now that I'm getting married, I'm going to find this aspect of fulfillment. I'm going to find this aspect of contentment. And you can, and it's wonderful. And you can truly find within your marriage a co-struggler and all of these things. But most everyone goes through periods of deep purification within their marriage. Adjusting their expectations, adjusting their judgments for the person that they're married to, having acceptance, having prayer, having repentance, the crowns of marriage being the crowns of martyrdom, which is within the marriage, right? We so often live on this horizontal plane that we think that we are going to find paradise in this life, and we're going to find paradise in another person, or we're going to find paradise in some substance, or we're going to find paradise in money. That we're going to find something in this life that's going to fulfill us and fulfill the longing of our heart. Brothers and sisters, you're here today on Sunday morning, I hope on some level because you acknowledge that that's an impossibility. Man is a vertical being. Man was created to be in relationship with God. Man, more than that, was created to be completely saturated by the love of God. More than any other aspect of manness, what we desire beyond all else, even if you've never tasted of it, even if you've never experienced it fully, is the love of God. This is what man longs for. All of the disturbance in my own heart and in everyone's heart is due to the fact that we are not permeated with this love of God. This is what we so often struggle with, but we don't properly name it. We become confused and think, no. You don't understand. I really need this promotion. I really need this new house. I really need this bigger house. I really need. I need my husband to get better. I need my children to be more obedient. I need the stock market to correct, right? I need. I want. All these things that are on this earth, but we miss the one thing that's needful. Why do we miss it? Because we're not looking in the right place. Because we're not developing and disciplining ourselves accordingly. And because God has not given it to us. It's natural and it's okay. It's okay for us to say, I haven't experienced that deep love of God yet. That's okay. That's totally normal. That's totally normal. I remember a brother that I was talking with, a fellow clergyman one time, and he really opened up his soul to me. We were talking about this and the love of God and how much we need and desire to know this. And he shared with me in great detail about how God had one time in prayer poured out his love upon him. And he said it was like fire. It was language that he used. He said it was like the love of God was like fire that came down from heaven and completely saturated me. He described it, it's been a while, but he described it as being just so full of love that it was like he had never even experienced love. That's the language that he used. It was like I had never even known love because of the fullness and completion of love that God shared and poured out upon me. This is quite extraordinary. This is not a normal experience. Most people don't taste of this. The way that he described, it was like he was permeating. Brothers and sisters, we long, whether or not we rightly describe it, we long to have this feeling of love by God. This is what we want when paradise. This is why a monastic can go live in the desert, have no spouse, have no children, have no money, have very little food, have nothing of this world, and be full of joy. 1,000,000 times more joyful than the rich person. 1,000,000 times more joyful. Because they're no longer living on the horizontal plane, they're living on the vertical plane. They're living to find that love of God which was lost by Adam. And the harder that those struggle to find this love, to acquire this love, to be nurtured by this love, to experience this love, the more that we invest in that, the fathers tell us that God will invest back into us. God will see the work that we're doing, the struggle and the striving and the ascetical putting forth, which is great Lent, the putting off of the horizontal realm, putting off of the needs of the belly, putting off the needs of sleep, putting off the needs of relationships. The setting aside of these distractions with entertainment and readjusting and reorienting our hearts to look for that love of God which we don't have. The whole of Great Lent is looking to find the love of God that we have lost cumulatively and that we have lost individually. Lent is a great time of striving to find this love that we don't have. It's a preparation for experiencing, knowing the love that God poured out for us on the cross, the love rising from the dead, the love destroying death and welcoming us into his heavenly kingdom, both in this life and in the age to come. Our whole struggling in this life is to acquire back this love, to go through the torments and the struggles and the pressures of this current life, awaiting a life which is greater and more fulfilling than this life can ever be. I pray, brothers and sisters, that you all have a blessed Lent, a good struggle, a good sense of sorrow over what we have lost in this life, but that you would find from God a taste of the love that he has for us in preparation of the Pascha of this life, but more importantly, the Pascha of all eternity. May God keep us all, strengthen us, protect us. In the name of the Father, and of the